All right. So hopefully you are all set. You have a pen and paper and or crayons. You have something to drink. You have a snack. And you have your super duper Genki Masters Prosperity Playbook. And then we can get ready to go. I'm excited. Let's do it.
All right. So where shall we begin?
So most of you know us, but we're just going to do a quick introduction. I'm Barbara Weber.
I'm Dr. David Tribus.
So we put together an organization called Genki Masters. And Genki Masters is a community that is dedicated to supporting you and empowering you and inspiring you to live your very best life. And what we're bringing you is cutting-edge information such as muscle testing, which we're going to talk about today, that allows you to find what's going wrong and turn it around and get your life moving in the direction you want it to in the areas of prosperity, health, spirituality, fun, the various areas that make up our life. And today we're going to focus on one of our courses, which is our prosperity course. So we're going to cover muscle testing and how to find out what's hiding in your subconscious that's stopping you from having the most prosperous life. So we're going to go through that step by step, and I'm going to let Doc tell you a little bit about what Genki Masters means, how we got that name.
Great. Okay, so Genki Masters, we were putting together this whole program, and we wanted to come up with a name, something that was catchy, something that was easy to say, and we were actually talking with branding experts, and they were telling us about, all the ins and outs, and, the kiss came down to the idea that, what did we want? We wanted to affect, a generation of people. We wanted to really turn the lives around of a generation of people, and when we look back at my practice, what was the biggest complaint that people had? And the biggest complaint was they wanted more energy. And so we took those two. We took a generation and we took energy. Well, since I do a lot of Chinese and Oriental medicine, we took the Japanese word for energy, which is ki, K-I, and generation. We said generation ki. That didn't quite ring, did it? No. So what we did is we took gen, ki, merged those two together, and here we are. We came up with the word Genki, and it was perfect. I mean, it just fit everything we needed. So the next thing we needed to do is what? Like anybody would do, you Google it. You Google it to see if the word is actually being used somewhere, and we did, and it was amazing. What we found out that in the Japanese culture, there's actually a word called Genki, and what it means is when someone walked up to you in Japan, they'd say, well, how are you doing today? And you say, I'm doing Genki, and Genki means happy, healthy, energized, and alive. It's just the epitome of everything that we're doing here. So it was perfect. It was synchronicity. It was divine intervention. It was everything all wrapped into one as we started to put this whole process together. And as we're looking to increase the energy and increase the happy, healthy living that people experience, the Genki terminology, the Genki name now, the Genki logo, is actually becoming more and more known. So we hope you'll help us spread the word of being Genki and living your happy, healthy life.
Yeah, and what I was inspired by is that there's a culture in China where the young women coming up in the family were taught to take care of their family's health, holistically, body, mind, and spirit. And I thought the same vision, holding that same vision, where if we can find out how to take care of our health, and when I say health, I don't just mean our physical health, our mental health, our spiritual health, that holistic look at who we are. If we learn how to take care of that and teach it to our family, we're more empowered, we can make better choices for ourselves. We know when to go to the doctor and when to just take care of ourselves or rest, when to make choices, which direction is the one that really empowers us and helps us. So that's why we use our secret weapon, not really a weapon, but it is a secret weapon because it gets down to the root, the muscle testing, and we're going to teach you how to do that effectively for yourself and for your loved ones, and that's a big part of what today is going to bring, because it is going to be the tool you use to move you forward and find out what has got you stuck. And I think most of us feel stuck in some part of our lives. I mean, basically, if you don't have the money that you want, if the relationships aren't where you want them to be, if your health isn't where you want it to be, if you're not having enough fun, something's standing in the way of that. You think, well, I know, it's just that I just need to get out. Well, yeah, you may know that, but why aren't you doing it? That's the question. If you know you should do that, why aren't you doing it? Or you go and you take a class like this, but then you never use it. So let's find out what is keeping us from using the resources that are ever present, especially this one. We're going to make sure that you can use this. We're going to teach you how to use it. We're going to make sure nothing's standing in the way of you using it for yourself, again, and for your loved ones. So that's what we're going to focus on today. So now you know who we are and who Genki Masters is.
Right. And one thing I want to say about muscle testing, we use muscle testing in all areas of our life, and we're going to talk more about this later. But I just want you to really open your mind up to using this in ways you may not have thought about using before. Some people have never done muscle testing before. Some people have heard of it. Some people have had it done, but they've never done it themselves. The key is it's just another tool that will allow you to test what's the best for you.